So, welcome back to my channel. I am here to share some wisdom as it pertains to twin flame relationships. Yes, we're going to go there today. So, I've personally been in two twin flame relationships. So, I wanted to tell you certain things that I learned while being in these relationships. First and foremost, these are not traditional relationships. Please understand this. This is God giving you the opportunity to level up in some facet of your life. There is a limiting belief that God is trying to help you to overcome. And God introduces certain relationships into our life to kind of essentially force us to see certain things about ourselves so that we can overcome them. And more than likely, there's probably a limiting belief that has been restricting you from stepping into your purpose. And that is why God uses certain people that he knows will be able to incite something within you, or that thing within you that God is trying to really work through. And once you recognize this, it'll be easier for you to, I guess, deal with the non-conventional aspect of these types of relationships. Because God lures you in through your desire for this person. There will be a natural, strong, very extremely strong attraction. And that is the way God gets you to align with this person. And that relationship is ultimately there to facilitate your growth, to facilitate your level up, to facilitate your ascension. Excuse me. So the key to successfully being able to, acknowledge the purpose of this relationship. Well, I shouldn't say, acknowledge the purpose of the relationship. That's going to help you to manage it. I think it's easier because you know how we naturally want to put titles on things, or we want to define them. I feel like we want to do that a lot in general in life. Like we need to box something in. We need to find a way of controlling it. And the way that we control it is to define it. So if you need to define it, then I would suggest you define it as a spiritual relationship with the purpose of enlightening you both in ways that you were perhaps blocked from being able to see prior to this relation coming into your life. I feel like it's almost like, what's that term? Fast track. Yes. It's almost like the way that the divine fast tracks your ascension is through these twin flame relationships, because that dynamic kind of fosters this thing within you to see yourself differently. And I think in you doing so, it's able for you to have a breakthrough that you may not have been able to have before, particularly as it relates to limiting belief. And I would say that that's definitely happened to me. I was able to overcome certain limited beliefs that I had through those relationships. So the key is to, again, change your perspective. Don't expect for it to function in any way like any other relationship. It's not meant to. That's not the purpose. I think in many ways, initially, you may think it's meant to because the attraction is so strong. I think because by the time I actually was in my second twin flame relationship, I had acquired a certain level of skill sets that enabled me to recognize almost instantaneously that that's what type of relationship it was. And so that prepared me for being able to manage it. But with your first twin flame relationship, it will definitely catch you off guard, and you will be trying to more than likely treat it like a regular relationship. I'm not going to get into, the ins and outs of how to identify it. There are plenty of other people out there, readers out there, that kind of give you more information about that. I just wanted to let you know, because I'm all about reframing and shifting your mindset, that once you do identify that that's the type of relationship that it is, in order to let it work for you and ultimately for the Most High, because that's why the Most High puts these people in our lives, is to define it that way. And then just release yourself of all the restrictions that govern typical relationships, because it's not meant to function like that at all. And just kind of allow for it to, it'll naturally do its thing. The thing is, you're really not in control when it comes to those relationships. And you're going to just find yourself evolving in ways that you never deemed possible. Like, I found myself stepping into an aspect of myself that I never envisioned that I would do. So you have to free yourself of that judgment as well, because I remember going through that period where I was just like, what? I can't believe I did that. Why did I do that? What, like, over this whole overthinking thing, just don't even bother. Doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, you're not really in control. And you kind of have to just allow it to do its thing, because it's there to transform you both. So that's my advice to you. And I hope this helps.